And we're working to learn the name of a man who was shot and killed by San Antonio police on the city's east side. This happened early yesterday morning at the Knights Inn on East Houston Street. According to Police Chief William McManus, officers were responding to a call about the man cutting himself inside that motel room. Officers say the man had a sharp object and charged towards them. That's when they opened fire, killing him. The 3 officers involved are now on administrative duty. Now, this marks the 11th shooting involving SAPD so far this year. Big financial penalties, that is what dozens of Texas Democratic lawmakers who fled the state to oppose a Republican redistricting plan are now facing. KENS 5 reporter Zach Briggs explains the consequences for their 2-week walkout is not cheap.
Representative Ray Lopez of House District 125, which covers Bexar County, was among the 50 Democrats who had fled the state. Now they owe at least $10,000 in fines.
Their 2-week hiatus halted any possible legislative action, which included a vote on the state's redrawn congressional map in favor of Republican representation. This is the letter addressed to lawmakers breaking down the financial penalties and the reasoning. It was sent by the Committee on House Administration. Each representative faces a $500 fine for every day they were absent, plus a share of the costs linked to trying to get them back to the state capitol. So under House rules, representatives can request due process hearings to argue why they shouldn't pay the full amount of fines, but the deadline for any written submissions is right now, in fact. So far, we've not heard from any of the lawmakers about whether they plan on protesting the fines, but we do know at least some have taken to social media saying they'd do it again and break quorum for their constituents.
Meantime, that redistricting bill is expected to be signed by Governor Greg Abbott sometime this week. I'm Zach Briggs, KENS 5.
President Trump's crackdown on crime is escalating in Washington, D.C. right now. He's expanding his anti-crime initiative aimed at ending cashless bail, a policy where the court does not require a defendant to pay to get out of jail before trial. That order threatens federal funding for D.C. and asks the Attorney General to look into other jurisdictions with cashless bail in place. This latest move comes as some National Guard troops deployed in the nation's capital are now armed. Spokesperson saying use of force would be solely in response to an imminent threat of death or serious bodily harm.
D.C. run D.C. The president does not need to get involved in this.
President Trump also plans to expand that operation to other cities, including Chicago. He's also threatened to send national troops to Baltimore. And that's your KENS 5 News now on this Monday. I'm Sarah Forgany. Be sure to download KENS 5 Plus on your TV for free.